Welcome back. Her love for pastries and exceptional culinary skills has seen her travel across the United States and Europe. She also shared the kitchen with her icon and sought-after chef Siphokazi Mdlankomo. She's a product of the HTA School of Culinary Art and hails all the way from Pimville in Soweto, where she currently runs her baking business. Our chef today is 23-year-old Nwabisa Mbuwako, who joins us now to take us through her culinary journey. Nwabisa, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
Good stuff. Good to have you this morning. First of all, take us back to when it all started for you, when your journey as, and love for pastries and baking started for you.
So it all started in grade 10 when I was 16. So we had consumer studies, part of our subjects at school.
Yes.
So what made me love pastry more is that our modules were baking a lot more than cooking. And then I remember when we had to do our first novelty cake. And when our first novelty cake, I made a Mickey Mouse novelty cake. The moment I did that, I'm like, I couldn't believe I could do that, because I'm like, it's so creative. We see this on the TV, but I'm doing it.
And you get to do it
here at school. And I started then with cupcakes and muffins at home. So my neighbor just opposite me would say, please make me muffins. That's when my confidence came and my passion. It started from the small things, muffins, novelty cakes, and scones. It started all there. Then I was like to my mother, Mama, you know what? I want to be a chef. And she's like, go, what? You ain't doing that. No, you can't do that. You can't
Typical
do that.
mothers, all mothers are like that.
No, are you sure you don't want to go for business? You don't want to go for,
Doctor or lawyer or whatever.
Go bye. I'm going to be a chef, and that's it. And then I enrolled in HTA, School of Culinary Arts. I did a diploma there for 2 years. Then in 2018, we had a slow food competition just at the Soweto Stadium. We had to prepare, it was a Skaftini challenge, but a healthy one for children. So our school then we won, but they had to choose one student amongst everyone.
Wow.
And I was the one who was chosen. And I went to Italy. I spent a good week there learning about food. And it's so different at this side, because the breakfast,
how is it different?
Like breakfast, we know that it's eggs, bacon, No, the first thing you eat is pastries, desserts. So it's tartlets, croissants. That's what they eat, and biscuits. Because I remember when they took me out for breakfast, and they were like, no, let's just have some croissants, some pastries. Oh, I get accent, I'll be like, okay, what did you say? Sorry.
Speak slowly.
Speak slowly. Croissant, I know croissants, yes.
Yeah.
The others, what are you saying? And they're like, no, that's what we eat. And they eat a lot of pastas, as you know. The pizzas, divine. Their ice creams, divine. So the experience food-wise as well, even the house, it's so different. The
totally
air
different,
that you breathe, it's like, I don't know where we are. We're in heaven, or where are we?
Well,
So
you've experienced the Italian experience, and you also traveled to the United States.
Yes.
What are some of the lessons that came with that internship in, is it Virginia and Maryland?
I started in Brennan's restaurant, which was in New Orleans. And I was meant to be there for a year, for an internship, to learn more about their food, learn about their desserts and the whole kitchen at large. So because of COVID, I then traveled. So I stayed in New Orleans for about 8 months. Then I traveled. I extended my visa because I was affected by the COVID. So I then, from New Orleans, I went to Maryland. And from Maryland, then I went to West Virginia. So in New Orleans, I was basically in the pastry production, where we prepare the desserts, and then downstairs they plate the desserts. So I was more in the production of the desserts.
So Nwabisa, since you run a baking business, is it, what's your specialty? Is it, the floury, or is it pastries, or just bread, scones?
It's mainly pastries, cakes, and scones. The star of my business is the scones. The star of my business is the scones, and my bakery name is called Short Base Bakery. So I started recently, last day in May. I started and I was like, okay, you know what? I want to start a business because I hadn't found a job by then.
I see.
Then I started, it's just a small home-based bakery. I just take orders now and then. And then when they take orders, they come take the, I don't deliver, they come to me unless we have an agreement. Okay, please deliver for me, then yes, I do the delivery.
You know, Nwabisa, I'm trying almost in vain not to look at what's on the table, but I'm failing.
You're failing.
I'm failing I can't not look at this. Just take us through what you got here.
So the first dessert, we have caramel apple pudding, served with a creme anglaise. The creme anglaise has a French...
Say that again? Creme what?
Creme anglaise.
Creme anglaise.
Yes.
Okay.
So in other words, a custard.
It's custard.
We have creme anglaise, which is served with the pudding.
Okay, and then what you got over there?
Secondly, we have passion fruit and lemon cheesecake, served with a sauce on the side, caramel sauce on the side. I wanted to do it differently. Usually we put berry sauce, but I wanted to do butterscotch sauce. So I was like, no, let me put a twist on it and not put berry sauce, as we always know that cheesecakes go with berry sauce in most cases.
I normally see some cheesecakes with a base of biscuit or whatever. Is that a must though? Because I see that this one doesn't have.
No, it's not a must. So,
okay, so it's just
what
up to
I
you.
did
It's up to you.
two bases. So at the back, I did the base, and at the front, I just did a smooth cheesecake.
Okay. So what would normally go with this?
Would go
cheesecake.
with the cheesecake, yes.
Okay, so what's the ultimate dream for you, and what challenges has COVID-19, brought you, and what lessons have you learned along the way as you've started this culinary journey?
So the dream, I'll start with the dream. My dream is to have an established bakery. I want to have my own bakery. I want to have my own business. Yes, I am currently also working now at a hotel, but my dream is to become my own entrepreneur, have my own business, so where people will buy from me, I'll be the owner, and not work for someone for a very long time for the rest of my life.
Good stuff.
And COVID has, as I said, even in my traveling, it affected me because I had to stay home. Yeah. I was working, then suddenly I'm not working, so I had to stay home. So the savings that I had are what sustained me through my time there. Then I came back, still, yes, we had the COVID here and a lot of things happening in South Africa, and I stayed home. But what it taught me is that even if hell goes loose, use your talent.
Sure.
To make money. Use what God gave you to make money. Don't let your talent just go loose because of what you see around you. No.
Nwabisa, we're out of time, unfortunately, but how are you reachable?
I'm reachable on Instagram. My Instagram name is chef_Nwabi.
Okay. Nwabisa, great chatting to you. All the best, ne?
Thank you.
And I want to see you owning that bakery.
Yes.
And I want to host you again on this show to tell us about that bakery.
Next time, see that.
Great stuff.
Thank
All right, that was a 23-year-old Nwabisa Mbuwako taking us through her culinary journey, which has seen her travel across the United States and Europe to sharpen her baking and pastry skills.